What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Doc Holliday to my Wyatt Earp. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
I'll be your Huckleberry. I know that line from the movie.
Indeed. Uh,
R.I.P. Val Kilmer. The,
indeed.
what would you say, fourth best Batman? Because he's better than Clooney for sure.
Yeah, it's Clooney and then Val for sure.
Yeah. Because and I'd say Adam West,
hmm
Christian Bale, oh no, wait, we forgot Affleck. So it'd be Christian Bale's number one live action, and then probably Pattinson, maybe, and then
I think
Affleck.
so. hmm
Yeah, I mean we haven't. Wait, his Bruce Wayne was shit though, so I'm gonna put Affleck, Pattinson, Kissing number two, and then Adam West, and then Kilmer, and then old Clune.
Oh,
The,
what about Jesus Christ? 89. Batman 89.
oh yeah, I almost said Cosner. No, that's not right.
Michael Keaton.
The old Keaton.
Yeah.
He's above Kilmer, but I put him personally below West.
Okay.
What about
Boy.
you? I gotta hear yours. And you guys listening, let us know down below.
Oh man. I can already hear Dan Nichols texting me right now
And
because
then
he's a huge Michael Keaton fan.
just text him back and be like, leave a comment.
There you go, Dan. You got to leave a comment.
But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I would put Keaton. I'm going to say this: Keaton's above the two kissing Affleck and Pattinson because he at least like I said, he at least had a personality as Bruce Wayne.
hmm
So
Yeah, I think I have to agree with that if that's how you're rearranging him.
yeah,
He's definitely my second favorite, but Christian Bale is the best in my opinion.
yeah, best live action too for those listening because Kevin
Yes.
Conroy
Yes.
is just God tier, and I'd even put for what he was doing, it's kind of the same thing with like Adam West, but Diedrich Bader was the best for his role, I think, as Batman.
Well, I like the guy that was in a lot of those DC animated movies during that era that I was watching them.
My only problem with those
And the Young
ones,
Justice guy. He was in
yeah, the
Young
Young
Justice
Justice
too.
guy is really good because it feels like he's doing his own thing. A lot of those movie ones were just like, and it's the same thing with the Joker. They're solid, but it's like voice actors trying to do the good stuff, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's what made Diedrich Bader's is so good. Is he's like, I'm just going to be Diedrich Bader
Yeah.
as Batman, and it worked. And then like Kevin Conroy made his own thing, and then that's what everyone tries to do. And Mark Hamill made his own thing, and that's what everyone tries to do still. So you
Yep.
know. But let us know down below. Are you guys like, nah, Jensen Ackles is the best, Batman of all time. The way he, did that, he commanded that role. And I'll be like, I don't know if I've heard him actually do it, but I know he does.
Also, a mild shout out um to the gentleman that played him on the Titans show. You never see him as Batman. He's just Bruce Wayne, but did a pretty good Bruce Wayne.
Oh, when you said
Ian Glenn, that's his name.
okay, I see. I never saw the him as the Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yeah.
It's so weird how DC is with their live action TV shows. So they're like, no Batman.
Yeah.
Like they have that weird rule. I don't get it.
And personally, I know it probably wouldn't look great. I'd like to see a TV show budget Batman costume
Yeah.
just to see it.
I mean, hell, like the worst part is like YouTube shorts again. I poop a lot, but the worst part is like in the CW verse, they had Kevin Conroy. They were going like they made him look like the um Kingdom
Kingdom
Come
Come.
look, and they had his suit hanging up. Did they use it? No.
Well, that's
DC,
that's
come
classic
on.
CW dropping the ball there.
That one I still blame on I blame on DC though. They probably were like Kevin Conroy, I know was like because he even talked about it, he's like, I really wanted to be in the suit. And I have a feeling the CW is like, we really want you in the suit. DC's like, no TV live action Batman, please. We might make a movie.
It's like, dude, the guy that's the best Batman you've ever had wants to do it. Just let him do it for the
Yeah,
episode. Who
right?
cares?
It's gonna be 20 minutes tops.
Yeah,
And they're like, no, Batman's too much our favorite IP. We can't use them that way.
can't let the CW get that
Yeah.
money. All right. Uh, no comments this week, so and I didn't prep trivia this time around, so let's just jump into the news.
All right. So Sydney Sweeney, friend of the podcast, is in negotiations to star in the Gundam movie that, we both know for sure is coming out and is having terrible trouble with everything. So, are you excited to hear Sydney Sweeney go, I'm a ro-"
Dude, that would be so funny, honestly.
Yeah.
But I should get me to go see it. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I mean, unless it like the trailer drops and then like she's like the Gundam's inside of me and like does this like really stupid stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna see it probably no matter because a Gundam movie sounds wild. I just don't think it's gonna get made because it's like they had a director, they had a writer, they were gonna put it on Netflix, and then they're like, no,
I
none of
think
that.
I think that happens just with like any mech thing, dude. Voltron hasn't got off the ground yet. Robotech, they've been
At
talking
least,
about that for years.
at least with Voltron, they're casting people. Like aren't they like this Cavill's in it, and then we got that like kid that's going to be in it too. So at least that one's more than just Sydney Sweeney and them moving from, like at least like if it was a Gundam, they would have been like, okay, we're not going on Amazon Prime now. We're gonna do something different.
Well, I'm sure their thought process is if we get Sydney Sweeney attached to this, it'll actually happen. So,
Yeah,
but I
it won't
mean,
be it won't be a weight around her neck for years.
I wish that well, I guess I don't wish this, but it's like if they're going to do a live action movie, I think the one that would work the best is, that 8th MS team or whatever. That one I feel like is the most adaptable.
The only downside with that one though is it's like it's so connected to that main story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think. And then also, since you're going for the American audience, and this is like, I don't know a lot about Gundam, but I know this one. It's like Gundam Wing probably would have been, even though that's so like when you rewatch it now, it is the most dramatic, like so dumb show. Because like, yeah, I mean, I've told you about that scene, and then you're like, oh, that's what it's from when he like wipes away her tear, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I'm just like, I loved this as a kid. And this is the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. Because like
Yeah.
before that, he tries to kill himself two different times and fails. And then he sees her, and then he goes to her school and threatens to murder her. And then she's like, I'm in love with this man.
Of course she
Yeah.
is. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, is it worse than the original?
No, it's like so the Gundam fight scenes and like I think the Gundam designs are some of the coolest. Some of the characters are really cool. The voice acting's better for the at least for the, dub and all that, but it's just like I saw that scene, I'm like, I'll come back to you someday because this is terrible.
Yeah. I've just got one thing, so I can just get it
All
out
right.
now.
Yeah, man.
Chip Zdarsky is going to relaunch Captain America once this, like Sam Wilson, I assume 5 issues is done. Um, so yeah, I mean, is that going to make you check out Cap?
No, it'll still be probably boring. What
Yeah,
about
I
you?
no, definitely not. I'm not saying it couldn't be good, but like he's a good Spider-Man writer. He was a really good Daredevil writer. I feel like this is going to be kind of contradictory because he wasn't that much of a funny writer in Daredevil, but I think that's where a lot of his strength is, like a character like Spider-Man. With Cap, I don't know. It's just going to be hard to replicate the magic that he had with
Hmm.
Daredevil with Captain America.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And it's also like Daredevil has so much stuff that you can lean on to make it neat. Cap, it's kind of like Superman where personality wise, he's kind of just awesome. And where like Matt is he is just a tragic mess of
Yeah,
a person, you know? So like it's really easy to like get this different stuff. So yeah, I agree. I'm just kind of like I think it's gonna be tough to write. Like I said, I'm not a big Captain America fan either, so that doesn't help.
yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. So talk about another movie that's probably never gonna come out, but they promise it is. Spider-Man Beyond, the next Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the next Spider-Verse movie is apparently gonna come out on June 4th, 2027. When did
Yeah.
the last one came out like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, and they said the
Or
next one will be out in 6 months. And all the
yeah,
artists were like, huh?
yeah, yeah. So that's something. Are you excited?
Yeah, I mean they're good movies.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
yeah. Hopefully.
It's just that, if they I'm sure it takes them quite a while with that art style to make it happen. So
And
it's
and then
whatever.
the voice actor, he's kind of been canceled, I guess, because he was like, I guess he got really creepy with the voice actress of Gwen
Oh.
because she got engaged.
Oh yeah. What's her name? Haley
She's yeah,
Steinfeld, or
yeah,
no?
yeah, it is. It's the same girl that's a Hawkeye.
Yeah, okay, sure. She's
So
engaged to
football player,
Bills
right?
quarterback Josh Allen.
Oh, okay. Man, he's off the market.
Yep.
Um, so
Man, they should do more with her as Hawkeye. She was a good Hawkeye.
I think I've heard rumors that they're going to be doing a Young Avengers. I mean, it has to be a show because I don't think a movie would work,
Yeah,
but they're going to have to do a show. They're wanting to do a show, but by then they're all going to be like 40.
true. Who else do you think would be in that?
I mean, Miss Marvel for sure. I think didn't they introduce the little kid Captain America that was in that team and Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah, but he's not young.
Oh, he's not?
Not in that show.
Okay. Because I
Unless
thought
unless I'm picturing the wrong person.
because I know they brought in I think
Patriot? Isn't it
no
Patriot?
I think because okay I think so I don't know this character that well, but I think he's either related to or got the powers from like a blood transfusion from this one person who was the grandson of the first black super soldier who then got the powers brought from, and like he was like he's the old man and then he had a kid and then there's the young, the third generation is him.
Okay.
That's what it was in the comics. I don't know if they did that
Well,
in Falcon Winter Soldier or anything.
I mean the first black super soldier and his grandson are for sure in that.
Okay, so
But
the grand
sorry,
it
go
must
ahead.
be it must be the grandson.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay, well then never mind. He is young.
okay.
That's just not who I thought we were talking about, is
Yeah,
all.
I think that's right too. And because that's a character since I never read the Young Avengers and I have no clue about. So
Yeah.
let us know down below if you have any clue about him. Then we got the new Superman 5 minute like preview. It's not really a like new trailer because there's no new clips, but except for another scene of Crypto dragging Superman to and we get to see the Fortress of Solitude, which looked pretty cool. Did you watch it?
No, I probably won't watch anything else on it until I go see
Oh,
it.
okay. You want me to say what happened? Because like nothing really happens major.
Yeah, go
He's just
ahead. It's fine.
because you know he's beaten up, and so then like the robots are there. One of the robot is can you guess who it is? Because it's someone that's like been cast, and people are like, I wonder who's going to be. Probably this, and then it's like, oh yeah, sure enough, it is this.
Well, I mean, it's just that named robot at the fortress, right?
Yeah, Yeah, it's
It's
Alan
like Kel or
Tudyk's.
something.
Alan Tudyk's is the robot's voice though.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so they open it up and then there's like more robots and they take him into like where he needs to be healed at, and then he gets his healing, and then it cuts to the trailer again, and
Gotcha.
I'm just like, did we really need 5 minutes of Crypto dragging him through the snow?
Right.
But whatever. Though I will say that they keep talking, Crypto's such a bad dog. I love my dog. I think she's the best dog in the world. Like that's what James Gunn said. Like he is like the worst dog. But then it's like if I was like the shit was knocked out of me and I was like, Helly, home, she'd just lick my face and run away, like lay down next to me. Like that's what would happen. So Crypto's a pretty damn good dog, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Crypto anything other than a good boy.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what like I said, that's what James Gunn's saying. Because like I guess he struggled with his new dog that he got that was a rescue, and so he's like he based it off of that. But I'm like, dude, I don't care if he licks his face first. If you can tell a dog home and it takes you there, that's a damn good dog. It's
Yeah.
like who cares if he drops like nuclear just bomb toilets, like shits on your carpet. Okay, and then I didn't write them all down, so I'll pull that up last. The next installment, though, of the Spider-Man franchise will be called Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, and that's oh,
Dude.
I should have said this. July 31st, 2026, when it comes out, and they also cast Haley Sink of Stranger Things fame to play somebody. They haven't said who.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but yeah, the first issue of the Brand New Day story arc fucking skyrocketed whenever they
Nice.
named it that, and it's like, you guys don't care.
No,
You don't care about Brand New Day.
no one does. Uh,
So I had a bunch of people call and come in asking if I had it, and I'm just like, no,
nice.
I don't,
Oh, you
because
don't?
nobody wanted it.
Yeah, I was hoping you're like, yeah, because nobody wanted it. I have a whole stack.
Yeah.
All right. So, Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki is going to make his first English movie called Grand Gear. So, I think it's a car movie, maybe. That's my guess. I don't know. J.J. Abrams will produce, but since he's still working on Godzilla, this will probably be a while. Like some people are saying, probably like not till 2027. So it's probably gonna come out before the Spider-Verse movie and the other one I mentioned the Gundam movie. So we got
Yeah.
that going for us at least. And
Well,
then
hopefully it's cool.
yeah, I mean like I'll for sure check it out because I loved Godzilla Minus One. I bet it won't make a lot of money because like the dude that did The Host and other movies, he did another American movie because he also did Snowpiercer, and that one didn't make hardly anything. He did that other movie with Robert Pattinson that actually looked pretty funny that I didn't get to see because I was in the hospital, and it was someone's name, like Frank or something.
Oh, Mickey 17?
Yes, he made that movie, and that movie like didn't hardly do anything, which I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
bombed.
yeah, which I was like, damn, I really wanted to see that. So yeah, I can't find the list, but the Marvel did a big old thing where they're like oh, here we go. Doomsday's cast. They did a whole thing where it was like showed all of the people that were going to be in it. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Okay. So it included Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, Eben Moss Baccarat, Letitia White, Winston Duke, Paul Rudd, Tinoch Horta-Meja, that's Namer. So I mispronounced it terribly. Simu Liu, who's Shang-Chi, Anthony Mackie, Danny Ramirez, who was Falcon in the new one movie that I saw. Um, Sebastian Stan, Wyatt Russell, who's U.S. agent, Florence Pugh, who's Yelena Belova, Louis Pullman, who played the Sentry in the new upcoming film, David Harbour, who's the Red Guardian, Hannah John Kamen, who's Ghost. Meanwhile, for X-Men veterans, Kelsey Grammer, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, and James Marsden. I have a feeling Alan Cumming and Rebecca Romaine only agree, and Kelsey Grammer all only agreed because it's like, oh, you can do this CG now? Yes, yeah. And Channing Tatum for sure is going to be there. I saw that. Um, then the next, like the blah blah blah, the next few MCU movies. Blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, that's all of them that they've confirmed so far. So maybe we'll get Deadpool and Wolverine, which would be a shame if we didn't, since that movie was well liked. Maybe we'll get Spider-Man, which is like, what if he's not there?
Yeah, for sure. The
But no one knows
X-Men
who he
are
is.
interesting choices because I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine kind of, was the final hurrah for those people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's multiverse. Like the way I heard it from like the one of the people I follow on the internet, they're like that group of X-Men is going to be the group that we saw at the end of Days of Futures Past. How it was like that old group, but like happy and successful. So that's good, but they're all
Yeah.
going to have like he also said they're all going to have like the 97 X-Men costumes. So we'll get to see how those look live action. Because, like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Gambit because like it looked too hard. Like it kind of looked too Michael Keaton-y Batman, where like he was kind of like too much in place in it. So we'll see how it works, but I'll be interested.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, we knew they were going to throw everybody into this one.
Yeah,
Um,
we need the Toby and Andrew Garfield announcement too, though. Come on.
right. Yeah. There was speaking of James Marsden. Marsden?
Yeah,
Okay. I always confuse I say the name of the guy that plays Spike in Buffy, which is like Marsters.
I forgot that guy was even a person.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, speaking of James Marsden, I finally got to watch Sonic 3 over the weekend.
nice.
It was good. It was good.
Just, I was hoping you're gonna be like, it fucking changed my viewing experience forever.
Now, I mean, I don't know if it was better than one or two, but I mean it's like right there.
I gotcha.
And double the Jim Carrey Robotniks was a hoot.
Did you watch the after credit scene? Because I've
Yeah.
seen that because I'm always like I'm curious about those. What'd you think? Because I thought it was kind of dumb.
Well, I don't like that there was multiple medals.
Yeah,
Uh, but I mean, it looked just like it. You know what I
it
mean?
did.
Like it was a perfect recreation of metal.
Yeah, it was just the fact that Amy could kill Metal Sonic. Like after hearing the death battle about Metal Sonic, I'm like, I don't care how big your hammer is, girl. You're not killing him. And she broke the first
Well,
one.
it makes me think that those none of those were like the real one.
Or they're like a hive mind where like there's like the one, yeah, like a
Yeah,
Doombot scenario type thing. I get you.
right. I think a real one will show up and they won't be able to just defeat it like that.
Yeah,
So, but I mean, Shadow was pretty cool in it, and I just love that each movie we get another character too. Like
yeah.
it's just cool. A lot of
I
not like I can't believe all the nods to different, like Shadow the Hedgehog game and stuff like that we got in it. It was cool.
Dude, like hearing Idris Elba's Knuckles voice, it makes me smile because it sounds like Idris Elba trying to do his best version of like Knuckles from Sonic Boom, like where he was really
Mhm.
stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is hilarious and perfect. I love
Yeah, no,
it.
I think he does a good job. Keanu as Shadow was kind of just I don't know. I mean, I guess Shadow doesn't really deliver lines with a lot of gusto in the game, so
Yeah,
it kind of just sounded like he does in the games.
yeah.
But I'm still just thrilled that the Tails voice actress gets to do Tails in these movies. It's like
Oh,
get your bag.
hell yeah, dude. I saw the video where it was I don't remember who he was talking to. Maybe it was just a random interviewer, but Benny Schwartz was talking to him, and he's like, do you know Tails' real name? He's like, Tails? And
Oh,
he,
yep, I
oh,
have.
you've seen that? And then he ends up calling her. She's like, it's miles per hour. He's like, how does everyone know this?
Yeah. I found out from playing just Sonic 2 because
Really?
on Casino Night it has their real names on like neon signs in the background,
Oh, nice.
which I
What was
always thought was
Sonic's real
cool.
name?
Well, Sonic.
Oh, it is.
But
Okay. I
actually in the Archie comics, because of course there he has like an actual name that's not
his
Sonic.
his name is Kenneth Sonic Penders.
Let me try to find it.
Well, he tries to find that. Don't forget, Super 7 has an affiliate code for us, so you can click that and buy a bunch of goodies and, like whatever. Name something you like, Jake, that's not Sonic. Like
Uh
Lino from the
yeah,
Thundercats.
I love Thundercats.
Yeah. They even have a whole base. It's like $600. I don't think they sell it anymore, but you can usually get it at a con. So just tell them like, Two Worlds Podcast sent me, and then give them money, and then maybe they'll send it to us. We don't know.
So I found it.
Awesome.
Uh, Ken Penders wanted this to be canon, and it got ixnayed. So it was Ogilvy Maurice the Hedgehog.
Okay.
And they're like, actually, why don't we just call him Sonic?
Like, why don't we just fire you,
I know, right? It's so bad. Anyway,
buddy? So my comics, whenever I picked up the mail or I had the mail picked up at my house, you know, weren't there. Just a bunch of bills were from the hospital. So
you didn't get them? They even went out early this week.
that was on so it was there the comics on my phone, like it's supposed to be in Saturday. They weren't in Saturday, so they probably came in Monday. That's usually how it goes when my phone's like, I promise it's here. And I look outside, it's not. It's the next day I get the package.
Well, that is unfortunate because I feel like all of my books but two were Miuchis this week.
Well, I'm gonna show you, like, because I'm gonna go through them quick, but like this was the stack that I when I was away. I just can't believe this is a month's worth.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, it's a healthy stack. All right. Well, since those aren't necessarily current, you want to do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
first?
It's Ultra Mega. This is like one of the first ones I read. I still don't know what the hell's going on, so like it's fine, but it's also like the art's really cool, but what the hell? I'm gonna go probably like a 6 out of 10. You can read it if you want. Laura Kinney's Wolverine. I'm about done with this. It's just kind of fine. It's not very good. And like I said, hospital bills. Um, the question, so stupid. Don't read it. I'm mad that I've read almost every issue. Godzilla vs. Chicago, shit, just dog shit, like really bad, like impressively bad. Like
Wow.
the only plus side is it's like I know there's not a lot of good creators coming out of Chicago after reading this. LA's got some good ones, so maybe that'll be better. And $8. Helverine. It's fun. I'm excited for the next issue that's coming to my house. Probably it's probably there now. X Factor. Good. Sad it's ending. Because that this was the last issue, right? Or or this
No.
one. This one was.
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe.
That's what I'm asking. Like it was this one that was the last because this was the issue before.
I feel like there's maybe one or two left.
Okay. That's a weird way to legacy number end it on 300. Um, Zatanna. Really fun. Really
Hmm.
good. The art's great. And like the first issue, like the only really downside to the first issue is like they should have like done something where they kind of explained her powers for if someone randomly picked it up that didn't know, like, what's this backwards talking shit? But that's nitpicking. New Gods, the stuff with Mr. Miracle and Barda is like some of the best stuff in comics that I read out of this pile. The other shit I just didn't care about. That's like the main problem with this book. But otherwise, it's pretty awesome. What do you like? Do you like that though? Pretty good, or are you
Yeah. No, I
okay?
thought it was awesome.
Okay, so like but I mean, you love the New Gods, so, like their world building is like a bigger deal to you than it is for me,
Right.
so it makes sense. Metamorpho, it needs a different person for the dialogue. Like if Al Ewing scripted it and like you had Mark Russell write the dialogue, it'd be a lot better. But like I'm gonna show you, because like he wants it to be funny, but like when you have just mountains of dialogue,
Ooh,
it's not
it's a
funny. The
Bendis
jokes,
book.
yeah, the joke is lost, but it's like smarter than a Bendis book. A Bendis book is like, "Ah, punch him in the dick," and then like they'll talk about dicks for like 10 minutes.
Dick? Yeah, a
Yeah,
dick.
yeah, and then but like this is like it's explaining like Metamorpho's powers. Like this is why the joke's good, you know? It's like, dude, like cut it down so much. It'd be so much better. Like I'm probably gonna drop that one too because it's only $4. Like that question book is a $5 book for being so shitty. I'm like, why?
I feel like
Superman.
Metamorpho's only got an issue or two anyway.
Really, I figured it'd be like probably three because I figured six would be about where it ended.
Ah, maybe it does. Who
Yeah,
knows?
but Superman, really good. Like it's always been. Red Hulk. It's interesting. I'm excited that I told you to get the second one because I'm like, yeah, because he's like it's like Doom related shit, which I don't really care about, but he's trapped with like Machine Man and Deathlock, which I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. Why not? Green Lantern Corps. I mean, it's fun. It's just like, oh boy, Red Lanterns. Uh, Daredevil. Good. I'm excited for the next issue. Um, yeah, that's what it is. It's like it's just a good book. Aquaman. Yeah, it was good. It was kind of forgettable for me because like can't really tell you what happened, but
Oh, dude, I really like Aquaman.
I mean, I liked it, and I'm still gonna keep reading it. But it's also like I'm like, what was all the shit that was happening in that book? Because I read a lot of shit over time. Nightwing, I'm really so-so on this book because it's like he'll be like, I'm gonna hang out with these gang members because they're just a bunch of kids. It's like Nightwing, dude, they're still bad people. Like they should go to the police. Like, I don't think so. It's like, come on, bud. Um, World's Finest was pretty cool, though it kind of did that thing they always do in books where Swamp Thing shows up, where it's just like, oh, I'm Swamp Thing, I'm like ultra powerful. Then they're like, no, you're not. He's like, oh shit, you're right. Challengers of the Unknown, too much purple, guys. I was like number one purple boy in the group. Like Green Lantern, purple looks like shit. Let's be honest.
Okay, but what about the story?
Yeah, the story's fine. I still think it's the dumbest thing in the world. How like they're like, we're trusting you guys to watch over the watchtower. And they're like, I think I know more than you.
Yeah, we don't trust you at all, actually.
Yeah.
Jail.
So I think that's really stupid, but the stuff leading up to it's kind of cool. The second issue kind of made me mad because Captain Comet's in it, and I've always thought Captain Comet was like cool, like as a kid, because he was in this book. Nick knows more about it than me, but Dad had him. It was like the League of Villains or some shit like that, where it was like a group of like random villains and they're like, well, we need a hero because no one's gonna want to read a book about just villains, and so the Captain Comet got tossed in. I always thought he was neat. He was like, I'm trying to think of like the word. He would have been like the RC Cola if Superman is like, gasoline and you want to put it in your car.
I think I've got some of those books at the shop. I think it's literally called The League of Supervillains.
Okay, I thought it was something like that because I did some late night Googling when I wake up at 3 a.m. to pee like an old man. Um, Next up, it's Batman Dark Patterns. Dude, this concept is the dumbest thing I have seen in so long, and I loved it so much. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, this is like, because the first arc I was like, not that into. I thought the villain was stupid. Oh man, the sickness is coming back. Hope my lung survives, but I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever read, but it's also awesome. Like he did such a good job. That first villain sucked, in my opinion. I know you were more into it, but it was just like, come on, just give him a little tap. But but this like being a house and all that shit at the end, like, dude, this is like such a genius. Like you made the ventriloquist cool.
Yep.
Batman and Robin, I'm here for the ride. I think it's really good. X-Men, like it was fine, but since had been skipping, I felt like I was missing like a huge chunk. But Puck and the rest of the Alpha Flight, pretty cool. Doctor Strange of Asgard. I'm here, like I'm interested in seeing where it goes. It's not my favorite version. Like it's not my favorite, but I like it, and I'm glad they referenced him having the piece of the tree.
Yeah, I was a big fan of that book. I really
Yeah.
liked it.
What do you think of the art? Because I was kind of so-so on it too.
It's not very, it doesn't like the colors are a little muted,
Yeah.
but I was fine with it actually.
I'm pretty hyped. I mean, like, I know this is probably what he's going to look like, but I'm excited to see this in action, this costume versus
Hmm.
like his, because I love the original Doctor Strange costume. So I'm like, I'm not shitting on that one, but it's always neat when he gets a new one because they always look super cool.
Hmm.
Speaking of his costumes, this is off subject, but did you ever see the manga-verse version of his costume?
No, I don't think so.
If you ever get a chance, look it up because it's like, I'll say probably top five coolest versions of Doctor Strange looking. Um, if you think, especially if you think like K-pop stars are cool. But Two-Face, pretty cool. It's also like stuff was super obvious what was going to happen, but it was still like pretty solid. It's about as good as like a Two-Face story can be. You know what I mean? Like when he, especially when he's not with Batman. Shazam, this felt like the end of the book, which I hope it is because it was just so.
Dude, Mangaverse Doctor Strange looks exactly like a Naruto character that whose
Yeah,
name I can't remember.
I mean, fair enough. Was it the
He
the
was the
bug
guy with
guy?
the bugs. Yeah, the guy with the
Okay, okay.
bugs.
Night Watcher. Why am I reading this?
I don't know.
Like I just don't like it, but I'm like the next is just gotta be the last one.
You're on issue 32.
Yeah. It's like how I was with Immortal Hulk. I'm like, it's gonna be over soon, right? Okay, Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. It was okay. The art's not the best and the story's not the best. It's like the epitome of like it's like it's like it just felt like when you did your homework at like midnight and your teacher's like, I'll give them a passing grade, but like why? And they don't deserve it.
Is it better than Chicago?
Oh yeah, God, yes. Like you could have pooped in your hand and like made a story with it, handed it to me, and be like, "This is Godzilla versus St. Louis." I'm like, dude, this is literal shit, but still better than Godzilla versus Chicago.
God,
And
that's
then
funny.
Batman, another one, Batman and Robin, year one. It's such a stupid concept. We've seen it 10,000 times. Mark Waid knocks it out of the park. It's stupid. I hate that he can, but he does.
Yep.
Godzilla Heist. I kept making fun of this book because it was like a knockoff of that kaiju score. That's what it was. But it's still like they do stuff differently and it's fun. It's cool. And Bob Eagleton did the cover, which I think is also cool. And I also got a separate cover, but I'm not gonna get up and like be like, oh, because I have my headphones still on. Uh, Justice League Unlimited. It's good, but it's also like it's another one of those things where Swamp Thing's like, "Hey guys, you need some help?" Like, "Oh no, I'm on fire again."
Yeah.
It's like, why does this keep happening? But it's fun. It's awesome. It's like really interesting to see how where it goes. I still think it's dumb that like the question's like busy fighting Cyborg Superman instead of finding out the leak. But whatever. Still salty about that damn question book. JSA, it's good. I don't have the Hawk hang-ups like Jake does, so it's good. I could have said the same thing about Green Lantern too.
Hmm.
Uh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Have you read this one? Because I don't remember you talking about it.
Number 7. No, I haven't read that one
Okay,
yet.
so it's good. There's kind of like a little bit of a reveal that I won't talk about, but you kind of get this one's from Donnie's perspective, where he's still kind of like out of his mind, and so he's talking about it though he like still understands his brothers and how they're messed up, and it's really really good. Like you guys need to be reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Jason Aaron. Pick up the back issues if they're still available at comic headquarters. Well,
Not really. It's
well,
kind of selling out like crazy.
I mean, I know a guy that will be able to order you trades when they come out at the very least. His name's Mike Petrovich. I'm in a mood today. Batman: The Long Halloween issue, whatever. I haven't been saying the issues. This one was good. Bill Sienkiewicz does a like solid job, I'll say, of capturing Tim Sale's Joker at the very least. His Batman's so-so, and everything else is kind of like it still doesn't feel as much Long Halloween because it doesn't feel like Tim Sale like the first issue did. That was like that first issue was so good. That art was like two step, like maybe a step down from Tim Sale, maybe two steps. Nothing else has captured that for me yet. I don't know if you feel the same way.
No, I get that. I do want to say though, I love that cover.
Yeah, that cover's awesome. Like, yeah, they've done a great job with this book, but that's my only real knock. Ultraman versus Avengers. There was like so much fan service, which we don't normally get the first time that the two characters meet, but there was a lot. It was fun, it was stupid, it was cool. You get Ultraman Taro fighting Galactus and all this stuff. It was a good time. It ended about the right amount too, like 4 issues. That's enough for a crossover event, you know? So I think it was really good. If you like Ultraman, you should read it. G.I. Joe. I love the G.I. Joe books. I hope they're selling well at your shop.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Awesome. Because yeah, I this is great. They're both really, really cool. I'm like I'm always confused because I'm like, where is this going? Because why is Baroness a good person still? Like I don't get it, like that type of stuff. So yeah, it's cool. Wolverine, I think it's neat. The yellow the adamantine, is that like that's what they call it? Yeah, that stuff's neat. It's just a good book. Hulk, I was so on personally with this issue because I know like didn't the next issue already come out and then you've read that one and you said that one was really good. Okay.
Yep.
This one I was like so on. I just every issue feels like every time I pick up I get an issue of this, it feels like I'm missing like the last issue. It just feels like it skips an issue for me for some reason and I know it hasn't because we do the podcast and I can be like, yeah, we both read this, but what the hell's going on? And then Saga, it has no reason to be only $3.99 when the question's $5. This book is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like more positives than negatives.
Yeah, it's just like, my God, what are they doing with the question? Fighting like four Superman villains at the same time, plus her friends? So dumb.
Yeah.
Like they could have made that book so cool. Like even so, I'm gonna rant more because I don't know if you probably didn't read it because you were like, I have taste. But
No, I didn't read
okay.
the last two.
Well, guys, if you're listening to this and you're like a big fan of this book, turn this off right now because I'm going to spoil it. Vic Sage shows up at the end, and I'm like, I don't give a shit because what's he gonna do? Because like he ends up ripping the robot's head off. That was the '90s villain, you know. I'm blank on his name.
Eradicator?
No, not Eradicator. I would like the yellow robot. Like it was like there was
Oh,
no one
sure.
inside.
Yeah.
Um, he ends up ripping his head off. I'm like, this guy punched Superman. You can't do that, Vic. You're a low level, street level guy, just like Renee.
Mm.
Just be that. And it's like,
I
well,
mean,
actually, I'm Judas.
at least he was trained by like Richard Dragon.
Well, Renee was too later on, like during the 52 books when like as I'm pretty sure as old Vic died after he
Oh,
died.
okay. Gotcha.
So if you ever like that's another thing. If you want a good Renee Montoya story, pick out the issues of 52 that she's in because those are like those made me go, "Oh yeah, I like her as Question," and I'm not like I'm gonna miss Vic, but that was really cool.
Yeah, I did not read 52, so
I'd recommend it. I mean, I don't know if your shop would have all the issues, but they probably got some because
dude, I think I got two bundles of it actually.
yeah. I like I said, I would recommend it. It's pretty solid. There's some that aren't. aren't good, but like when you look at and it's like it's kind of obvious why, because I think Bendis was writing, parts of the stories, but like you get some awesome Black Adam stuff. You get uh Vic, like the question stuff. You get some Booster Gold stuff that's really good. That built up to that Booster Gold story that Jeff Johns did that we both liked.
Hmm.
And then you also get like a fun little thing with Ralph Dibny and Sue Dibny. That's really nice. Where you're like, oh, that's cool. They never did anything with it again, but then I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right before Brad Meltzer destroyed them.
After.
Oh, well, good. Even better. Even
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I can explain it to you if you want,
Mhm.
but it's like it's really neat when you read it because it's one of those things.
I'll pull out the issue and read it, or
All right,
issues and read
because
it.
with Ralph, he's like trying to figure out a way to bring her back. So that's like kind of his thing, and he's doing all this stuff because he's a broken man at this point, And then stuff happens, and you're like, at first you're like, oh, then you're like, nice.
Okay. I read Moon Knight, Birds of Prey, Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, X-Men, JSA, Absolute Green Lantern, Batgirl, and Resurrection Man. So, Moon Knight, number 7, it's by Jed McKay and Domenico Carbone. This issue is so funny because they're like, we need Hank Pym to come up with a an anti-drug to get people off of this glitter shit. Like, but how do we do that? Because he won't answer Moon Knight's phone calls. It's like, okay, we're gonna get 8 Ball to be the leader of a villain gang and attack his daughter, and that will lure him out. So we've got the pool party, which is
Nice,
8 Ball, a fake Deadpool, chalk, and then the pocket.
nice. That's awesome.
So Reese is chalk, which is so funny. It's just a bunch of white squares all over her. Uh, anyway, hilarious stuff. But anyway, they quote attack Nadia, who can hold her own just fine against 8 Ball and a couple others, you know what I mean? But it does work. So Hank comes out. Then, there's a moment with him and Greer because apparently they have a kid together, which I did not know about. Um, or maybe it's just Greer's kid and Hank was
Eager,
with
like
her.
when you're saying, so it's Tiger that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Or okay. If I remember right, they had a kid like 'cause- I didn't know they had like because I remember that you talking about Moon Knight before and her having a kid. I think it was something to do like with during Secret Invasion, wasn't it? That happened or something? I don't
I don't know,
remember.
man.
It's one of those things that's like I don't really care about these characters at the time. Like I like Tiger more now because I'm a grown ass adult. But
I like
but
her because of this book.
yeah, I mean she's cool, but it's just one of those things where it's like I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna read all this stuff about their history that I was on in a Wizard magazine that I was looking at when I was
Hmm.
waiting for my parents to get done at the mall.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, they have their moment or whatever, and then essentially Hank's like, okay, I'll help you with your drug problem. And then also he's like, hey, can I ask you something? You have a kid. Does being in their life like mess things up? And he's like, look, I don't even get the chance to be in my kid's life. You have that chance right now. Take it. And then just kind of flies off. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. But the art's really good. Like I'm a big fan of the art here.
Yeah, that is good.
And this is just the guest artist. Like this book, Alessandro Capuccio is the main artist, is
Mhm.
so fucking good. They always get a good guest artist, which I
I
really appreciate.
I love when they do that because they did that with like the new 52 Wonder Woman too, where it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, matching like an artist that matches close enough that it's not not jarring when you read it. Like
Yep.
I love that stuff.
It was Goran Sudzuka, um, who does a lot of Spawn now, actually. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it was almost identical to Cliff
yeah.
Chang.
Well, because then there's also that other dude. His name was Tony something, who was also really close. Like you could tell it wasn't, but there was another one because I remember I
Yeah,
met
I
him
don't
at
remember that one.
C2E2. Yeah, because he was early on. Because that was the same year we had the awkward moment with Brian Azzarello.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Birds of Prey number 20.
Wait,
It's
did you give it
but
a rating?
oh,
Raspberry's the rating.
I mean, probably, I mean, it might be a 10. I think it is my pick of the week.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, Birds of Prey 20 by Kelly Thompson and oh, come on, where is the credits page? Oh, Sammy Basri. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is like the start of a new arc. So like Barbara's giving them all like their assignments and whatnot. And then at the end, spoiler alert. Actually, I thought this was pretty cool. Whoever's like the bad guy basically traps Barda in this just like skyscraper out in the desert. And then she goes to the top floor, and then it just like it's actually a rocket ship. It detaches and it shoots her off into space.
Jeez.
And then this is the spoiler part. It explodes. Like it's rigged with dynamite and just blows up in space. So, Barda thinks she's dead, and that's how it ends. I don't think she's gonna be. It's gonna take more than an explosion to kill Barda, but
Yeah, the worst part is now the bad guys just have a pissed off Big Barda.
yeah, which is gonna be a huge problem for them next issue. Uh, but it was they Planet Hulked her, you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
just shoot her off into space. I'm like, that's actually pretty fun. So
it'd be really funny if like a picture of like the video of Barbara popped up and she's like, "You're just too powerful for your own good. We can't trust you." And then and then we get Planet Barda.
Planet Barda, I'd read the hell out of that. Okay, Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, number one. It's by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven. I actually thought this was really good. Like
I'm
really,
excited
really
for it.
good. I'm not huge on Steve McNiven's art, but I think it fits the story very well.
You're not like I love his art when he has time to do his stuff. That's like my main thing with him. But
Well, then I don't know. It this the art in this book borders on that guy that I don't like that did the X-Men stuff. You know what I'm thinking of?
oh, Chris Burnham.
Yes, Chris Burnham. It's a little Chris Burnham-y. I mean, it's
Okay.
better than that, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Because like Civil War and then the death of Wolverine. Like those two, like
Yes,
I love those two as art.
yes,
So
agreed. I'm not saying it's bad. It definitely it
yeah,
fits the story very well.
yeah,
There's just certain parts where I'm like, I don't love
I
that.
gotcha.
Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna say much about it because I want you to just read it.
Yeah,
But I think it's really good. I think it's odd that it's only three issues. Seems
that is weird.
short,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Are they extra sized at least or no? Does this feel like a normal issue?
Uh, it's a little thicker. It's a $7 book, but I
Here,
think
go.
I think a lot of the extra is just like script and sketches in the back, and it's like, well, I don't really need that personally.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, guys, I already read it. I don't need it again.
yeah, exactly. So I'm still gonna give it like an 8.5. It's a very strong start.
Right on.
X-Men 14 by Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman. Um, I mean, it's pretty cool. That kid that like wasn't a mutant, but her mom is like a crazy anti-mutant person, gets lost out in the wilderness there in Alaska. So like everyone's trying to find the kid, and then something kind of crazy happens with one of the characters. I'm not going to spoil it. And something even crazier happens with the kid when they eventually find the kid, which I also won't spoil. It was just cool. It's a cool issue.
Nice.
I I love Jed McKay's X-Men. I love Jed McKay.
If you love him so much, why don't you divorce your wife and then marry him? Or become a Mormon and marry both of them? Just a thought.
So anyway, JSA number 6. It's by Jeff Lemire, and we really need to Google how to pronounce his name, but Olortegui.
Sounds right.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like we've just had 3 issues of them in this other dimension, just like fighting shit, and it's just
Yeah,
like we're getting relevant info, but at the same time, it's like, can something happen?
right. I agree with that.
Um, and finally, some more happens than normal in this, which is good. I think the art's pretty great, and I haven't been the biggest fan of how um, Rick and Jesse are interacting in this, and we kind of get a reason for that, or
I would,
at least the start of a reason.
yeah, I was kind of feeling like last issue they were kind of hinting at things, and I'm like,
Hmm.
maybe this is leading up to it, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, I get that.
So we'll see. I think it's fine. It's probably like a 7.
Is it kind of disappointing for you though, like as a big JSA fan, that it is just fine and it's not knocking your socks off? Because Jeff Lemire has the ability to knock both of our socks off, but
Yeah.
this book just isn't.
Yeah. But I also feel like once we get past whatever the story is, maybe it will,
I
you
get you.
know?
Yeah,
Um, because I do like the characters and everything. There's just too much weird shit that we don't have answers to yet. And
yeah,
also I would like it more if, because like the older JSA book, I feel like certain characters would get the spotlight for a few issues, and we haven't
yeah,
really got that yet. It's
yeah.
like
I mean,
give me Sand kicking ass for one issue. Give me Rick going, for an
yeah.
hour for one issue. Like,
It'd be awesome. And I also think like, and maybe we just need to Google it because maybe something happened during that Night Terrors book, like one of those offshoots. But like, where is the old Doctor Midnight, and where's the old
yes.
Hour Man? Because he's not there either, right?
No.
Okay, so like, where are some of the old legacy characters? Like that's like a thing I'm genuinely curious about. Because like this, as I'm reading it, I'm like, this new Doctor Midnight, she's pretty cool, but I still want to know where the old one is.
Yeah,
Maybe they died in the Dark Terrors in like one of the spin-off books that we just didn't read because there was too many.
right. Yeah, that could be. And it, well, no, I guess
No,
we
wait,
wouldn't.
they were both in absolute, like, or at least Dr. Midnight, you told me, was in absolute power because he had to like help operate on Superman, which you were kind of thought was dumb because he was like
Oh, yeah.
nervous. So
Right. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe
you're
they
right.
died in that.
Yeah, I should flip through all those and find out. Okay. Next, we've got Absolute Green Lantern #1 by Al Ewing and Chanoy Lindsay. Art's really good. It's very uh almost manga-like, but the story I think was just too weird. It's just too weird
Yeah,
for me. This giant actual Green Lantern falls from the sky and like crushes this town. And Hal and John and um oh my gosh, what's her name?
Joe.
Joe are all characters in this, but they're not all lanterns.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's just kind of. it's just kind of weird. Like I know it's the first issue. I just don't really know what happened, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you.
And
I
then
I had watched a video on that one. It was a Casual Comics video. I'm like, boy, I'm glad I didn't pick this up because I would have hated it.
yeah, and then at the end it looks like maybe Joe is going to be the Lantern. But then
Yeah.
it's like, well, what are then why even have the other Lantern guys in it? I don't know.
Well,
Maybe they'll all form, the core or whatever. But
I'm gonna go with a spoiler. It sounded also like Hal is gonna end up being the Black Hand in this universe.
yeah,
So,
which that
that's
doesn't
not,
really mean anything to me, being not a Green Lantern
yeah.
fan.
Do you remember the dude that was in all black that was like a big part of Blackest Night?
Not really.
Okay. I mean, it's fine to forget it because it was a terrible, forgettable thing that I spent too much money on. So it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I all of that happens in this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just kind of seems like an all-powerful thing. It does whatever he needs it to do.
Yeah.
But it's just I thought Absolute Flash was so good, and I thought that Absolute Martian Manhunter was really fucking good, that this was just not anywhere close to
Yeah.
that.
I get that.
So I probably will not be continuing it. And I'm gonna give it like a 6. I feel like it's unfair to say it's a bad book because it's
Yeah.
not. It just wasn't for me. Okay, Batgirl number 6. It's by Tate Bromball and where the hell are the credits? Takeshi Miyazawa. This is part 6 of this current arc. Eh, it was okay. It was okay. Um, I know you're gonna read it, so I don't want to spoil it, but this book is gonna continue, and I just really hope that the next arc is better.
I got you.
I really like the art. Uh, it's just, dude, at this point, issue 6, I don't care anymore about her relationship with Shiva.
Dude,
It's
I don't
gone
think
on too long.
you can spoil away because I don't think I've read this book in a while. So I don't think I got this newest issue either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm like 2 issues behind because I just kept forgetting that I was reading it.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're just bickering throughout the whole thing, and there's like a bit of an escape. They fight this evil ninja thing, escape the cave, and then Shiva is like, "You go, I'll hold them off." And, Cassandra's like, "Okay," and then leaves. And you think that this group of ninjas kills Shiva, and then Cassandra's like really upset about it, even though she's hated her mom this entire fucking series. And then she just kind of rides off into the sunset. And it's like,
Yeah.
next, a new thing.
Just the way you made her go full Bobby Hill with the okay. It just tickled me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, like it's fine. I'm reading it. I'm like, this is fine. The
Yeah,
art has been consistently very good. It was just 6 issues of her complaining about her mom, and then she fucking dies. It's
yeah,
like, well, first of all, I don't believe that these ninjas could kill Shiva, and
right.
also, I don't know. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I just
Yeah,
don't give a fuck. So
fair
if
enough.
issue 7 is not good, I think I'm done with it.
Yeah,
Which sucks because boy, I love Batgirl, you know?
yeah. At least you still get her in that other book that you had read today with Barda.
That's true. She's in Birds
Yeah,
of Prey, which is good.
Birds of Prey. I wanted to say some Gotham City Sirens, but I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah, she doesn't fit in with that group.
Yeah,
Okay, and then final book is Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma number one. This is a weird fucking book.
I
It's
figured it was
by
gonna be.
it's by Ram V and Anand RK. Um, Here's the thing. I didn't know the full extent of Resurrection Man's powers, but there's a super cool page one by Jackson Butch Guisi, which has outstanding art, by the way.
That is awesome.
And it gives you a little like, hey, this is the character. Like how you complained about Zatanna. Should have
Yeah,
had this.
something like that because she's not as well known. But Resurrection Man's known even less.
Yeah. So I didn't realize this part. Every time Mitch dies, when he comes back, he has the powers of what killed him before.
I didn't know that
So
either.
if he gets electrocuted to death, he comes back with electricity powers. I'm like, dude, what a great fucking idea. That's a great
Right?
idea. I love it. I think it's unique. I can't think of another character that has those powers.
How long does
So,
it take him to come back, though? Is it like a day?
uncertain.
Oh, okay.
Um, so yes, this is like him. It starts off with him like dying, essentially.
Yeah.
And then he has like a conversation with like himself somewhere in limbo, just kind of explaining how it works. And, we get a story about him from World War II, and it just kind of shows him like surviving the bombing, and then it's like to be continued. So I'm not really selling it. It was good. It's just really fucking weird.
So, like, I mean, it's like one of those things where I'm assuming it's one of those things where they let Ram V loose and let him do the things that he wants to
Yep.
do. And it gets weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but it's usually the ride is worth it. So,
Yeah, I think it will be for sure. The part that's confusing, and I feel like it's just like this with like time travel stuff too, but what does my cat do? Um, it's like, oh, you've lived, countless lifetimes. So let's start at the beginning. World War II.
yeah, right.
It's like, huh?
Yeah,
So I don't know. Maybe it'll get explained, but I was just like, why are we showing the first time he gets resurrected and survives this crazy thing at World War II if you're talking about all these countless lives?
yeah.
But anyway, that's whatever. I'm gonna give it an 8. We'll definitely be continuing it.
So I like as soon as he explained his powers, because I didn't know that either. What I want to know is like, what happens if he gets shot? Is he just like, can you just spit bullets at people?
Yeah, I don't know. A
Or
good
if he gets
question.
like, or if he gets choked to death, he's like,
I
now I
got
got
a
extra
vice
big.
grip.
Yeah, my hands are extra big and strong.
Anyway.
Okay. What are you excited about though, man?
Let's see here. Gonna go Dark Patterns, DC versus Vampires, and Doctor Strange of Asgard.
Nice. I'm gonna go The Moon is Following Us. I'm gonna also say TMT Night Watcher. I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, I
Maybe
will.
it's a final issue.
Oh, maybe. No, I'm not even gonna read that one this time. Uh, Hospital Bills, you know. Dark Patterns for sure for me though, and then Daredevil.
Yeah.
Is there any interest? Because I don't know how much it comes out a week. Is there any interest in the Amazing Spider-Man number one? Talk about it for the podcast.
If you wanted to talk about it on the pod, I would read it. Yeah.
Because I'm interested, but at the same time, like I'm also worried. I'll be like, yeah, put that in my cart, and you go, okay. Then I check the thing, and it's like a $15 book.
No,
I'm like, oh no!
I mean, it's probably going to be like a $6 book,
I figured it'd be
but
like 5 or 6, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, for the pod we might, but.
Yeah,
We are,
if you end up getting it, then I will check it out.
yeah,
My worry is that it's going to reference a lot of the last series that I didn't read.
different writer though, right?
No, whoever wrapped up the end, because like whoever, Spencer did like that whole run,
Yeah,
and then like Joe Kelly did like the last 12 issues. And now I think he's starting it over.
yeah. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not gonna even try to get started on that because that'll be a
Well,
mess.
if you send me your list, put like a question mark by it and
Okay,
I'll check.
okay. Sounds like a plan. So Fantastic Four time. With the Absolute Universe being a thing, I just want four comics. You're like, yeah, make absolute version of these guys.
Yeah, so these are like characters that I love that I just want to see because they're
Yeah,
not around right now.
fair enough.
Or not around enough. So we've
Yeah,
got Sandman because you can just do crime, and maybe this time he doesn't need a gun. He just has those powers. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
or maybe they just go full robot.
Yeah, or maybe he's just a
Yeah,
robot. So that's fine. Uh, Mr. Miracle, same thing. Like weird enough that it could totally be different and work, I think.
yeah. I bet you though, absolute one is Shiloh and not
Yeah,
nor the main one.
yeah. Which I would be fine with. I like
Yeah,
Shiloh. Um, Dr. Fate, he's just not around, so give me a mini series where he's doing cool magic shit.
yeah.
It
I
could it
think
could be any of the Fates, bring back, the two and one just to make things weird again.
yeah, dude. I think Doctor Fate in the Absolute Universe would be one that I would like for sure check out because the magic in the Absolute Universe is wild. Like we
Yeah,
saw that with Wonder Woman, so I think it'd be pretty good.
yeah. And then final one is Hawkman because his continuity's fucked anyways, so let's just do an absolute one where you can
There we
start
go.
from scratch.
And they start off like there's 10 versions of them.
Dude, I know, right?
It's like why? Um, so my first one would be Elongated Man, already mentioned, because I think that would be a fun one because we don't
Yeah,
see them anymore. And do a nice little Elongated Man story. Give him something happy. I mean, that universe isn't happy, but give him something.
yeah.
Give him a little something. Um, uh, and then I had another one that I thought was pretty cool, but I don't remember. Um, let's go with like a Red Tornado, but not the original Golden Age one.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you don't see her anymore. It's like Ma Tucket or something like that. Is it Ma something?
Ma, yeah, it's something. I'll
Yeah.
I'll Google it because it's gonna drive me
Okay.
crazy.
And then
Ma
let's
Hunkle.
Ma Hunkle. That's it. Yeah. Um, and then I'd be it wouldn't be me if I didn't say a absolute detective chimp
Ooh,
because monkeys are money.
but this time he's a baboon, but he's still named Chimp.
Yeah, he thinks it's so racist, but everyone else is fine with it. And then I'll go with an absolute. Let's go with ooh, we're gonna go baddies this time. Absolute uh who's a good baddie that we can no, actually, absolute Captain Comet. We'll just do him.
Okay, I like
People will
it.
be like, these absolutes are getting fucking stupid.
They would for sure.
It's like then stop buying them. And they're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Gonna
it's a
keep
number one.
yeah.
All right, well, man, that's the end of the episode.
All right, guys. So leave us a comment down below. Let us know who you'd like to see an absolute universe version of. Were our choices good? Was I a little too off the rails? Probably. What did you buy from Super 7? And, just tell us about how your day is, I guess. But yeah, man,
Cool.
take it away.
All right, guys. Well, we'd love to stay in chat, but we got to go shoot up the OK Corral. So we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com. And if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.